Right guys, look like we're ready to go to start the next run of Clock Tower 3. I'm going to introduce our next runner, Raclesis. How are you doing today? Would you like to jump in with your intro, sir?
Doing very well, thank you very much. Hello everyone, my name is Raclesis. I'll be running Clock Tower 3 normal mode for you all today. This run can go anywhere from about an hour and like 20 minutes to an hour and 40 minutes, depending on if the bosses are feeling really spicy. So hopefully they'll be working in our favor today. Now, title screen, come on back, please. Alright, and time will begin right when I hit new. In 3, 2, 1, go. Now this is Clock Tower 3, also known as Alyssa has a very bad 15th birthday. The plot of this is you are Alyssa Hamilton, who's been sent to a boarding school for a few years by your mother in order to protect you. You don't know it quite yet, but you're actually part of what's known as the Rooter bloodline. Oh, I accidentally hit the railing right there. Off to a great start. Pretty much means you're pretty much a magical girl. When you hit 15 years old, your powers are the most powerful. And you don't quite know it yet, but your grandfather is actually planning to sacrifice you to get those powers. And we're trying to make sure that doesn't happen. So we just skipped the cutscene there where she got scared, and that introduces the panic meter. If that fills up, Alyssa will go into a panic. She will be somewhat uncontrollable. Oops, I'm hitting start way too early. She will run around in a panic, be somewhat uncontrollable, and she'll sometimes freeze. When this happens, it is a very bad thing because she can get hit by whoever's chasing her and die. She dies in one hit. So we're gonna try to not go into panic as much as we can. So here we're gonna pick up our main defense weapon, which is the Sacred Bottle of Holy Water. We're gonna use that to fend off ghosts and anyone chasing us.
Is there any major reset points early on we need to look out for?
Early on, not really. It's later on in the run, especially when we get to the graveyard. The graveyard is probably the biggest reset point in this entire game because how much water you have is limited, and you're being chased in a very tight area. And so here we're gonna go to your mother's room. I'm gonna take this tight line right over here and investigate a picture. Now we are skipping all the cutscenes for this run, but right here, I don't quite know why, but we get transported back to the 1940s, and now we have to deal with ghosts and killers in the past.
Seems reasonable. Are you okay just to move the microphone a little closer to your face, please, Raclesis? Just a little bit.
Alright, how is that?
It sounds good. I'll just get feedback from the tech guys.
Alright. So here we run into our first ghost, and we get introduced to a mechanic known as spiritual healing. Now, all these ghosts, they're pretty much haunting this area, and the way to help them out is to bring an item that has significance to them when they were alive back to their corpse, like in this case, this engagement ring. You give that item to the corpse, and that makes the ghost go away, and they will typically leave an item for you. We won't be helping too many ghosts throughout the run, though. We have to help this one out just because it introduces the mechanic. Right here, it'll drop a sigil stone. Normally we'll skip this, but I am picking this up just in case the bosses get spicy. This will give us a free hit while we're panicked.
Always sounds handy.
Right here, we're gonna refill our holy water. Skip this cutscene. We're going towards the sound of the source of this piano music that's going on in the background. What the? Again, I'm hitting start way too early. I apologize.
We do have some feedback to say. If you do get a second, can you up your volume in OBS just a tad?
Alrighty. Mic volume or game volume?
Mic volume.
All right. Let me get this dodge real quick. This ghost can sometimes give you a big old hug like she's doing right now. Normally that'd be a reset if you're going for like really good times, but we can just keep going.
We've got to avoid those hugs.
As much as I love giving out hugs, I do not want to hug ghosts. And we're gonna go ahead and throw water through this wall to unlock this sigil. The sooner you can get water on these sigils, the better, because you have to wait through the entire animation. All right. How is that for the headset mic? Is that helping at all?
It sounds good on my end. You're doing well so far. We're just, I see we're pushing through now. I think looks like it's going pretty well, apart from the hug.
Yeah, apart from the hug and accidentally pausing, I mashed pause in order to skip cutscenes, and I was just doing it a little too early a few times. Right here, I'm going to show off something I like to call extendo arms. Now, you can actually pick up items and interact with doors a lot further away than you think you can. Like, see how far away she is from that desk? Like, it feels like she just picked it up with her mind or something.
We do have chat wanting the hugs, so hopefully chat can take the hugs for you during this run.
The ghosts can go and hug the chat all they like. I'm just going to see if they can avoid hugging Alyssa. Now, in just a moment, we're going to get introduced to our first major enemy, who's named Sledgehammer. So
Great name.
The boss names in this game are just great. They're pretty much named after the way they kill people.
I mean, keep it short and sweet. I like it. I like it.
Exactly. Oh, and be prepared to start hearing all the bosses just scream out Alyssa's name, because that's like what they do half the time. They just scream, Alyssa! I'm just going to unlock this drawer real quick, and then we're going to try to squeeze by Sledgehammer real quick. Oh, right. I could have sworn I turned those off.
I think we have a couch member swinging in, who knows the run fairly well. Who's going to come in help us with some of the explanations while you're focusing on the fights.
All right, thank you very much for that. Like, I might be doing decently well, but I'm still quite new to running this game.
No, you're doing great. You're doing absolutely fantastic. I've never seen this run, so I'm particularly impressed with it.
Thank you. Right there, we actually just use what's called an evasion point. Like in the other Clock Tower games, you can hide behind curtains or like knock down things to get Scissorman to stop chasing you. They have the same exact things in this game. Like right there, pretty much just hit him with a chair.
Right, guys, let's get some hype in for Raclesis there. Absolutely smashing this boss fight.
Right here is actually a good point to read off any donations if we have any. I'm just going to be running in a straight line and refilling my water bottle.
We do not have any donations, but I would like to highlight why we're all here today, raising money for PawsYourGame. If that's okay with you, Raclesis. So, guys, just wanted to highlight PawsYourGame, who we're raising money for today. A fantastic organisation with the simple goal to get gamers involved in the rescue community to not only spread awareness, but to help their local shelters with fostering, adoption and volunteering efforts to help end shelter pet euthanasia in their local communities, which is a fantastic cause. So guys, if you're enjoying the run, if you're enjoying the event, get those donations in. We have some fantastic incentives to come, as well as some fantastic runs, including Boogerman, A Pick and Flick Adventure, Contra, and Alien Isolation. And yeah, guys, let's get those donations in, and let's support our boy Raclesis here as he flies through Clock Tower 3.
Yeah, I can't wait for all those runs. All right, he did not panic me there. All right, if an enemy attacks you or even near you, it'll fill up your panic meter. So like right there, when he did that, it's a chance that I could get some stress. It's a chance that I could not get some stress. And right there, she gets a little bit of stress because of a cutscene that I skipped, because now there's a dead body here. And we have to interact with this dead body before we leave because it has a password that we need. Even if you know the password, you do need to interact with the body in order to use it.
Got a lot of support coming through from chat at the minute.
Thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate it. Oh, hello. Yeah, Sledgehammer can be just about anywhere after you get that password. and luckily he was in a decent spot for us. So now we're going to run to this reception desk right here, and we're going to use that code we just got.
Can I quickly make that known? If you need help with the commentary, I'm right here.
Alright, thank you very much.
Welcome in, Tally. Thank you for coming back on such short notice to fill in some of the gaps that we may be missing.
Right after we put that code in, we're going to pick up some lavender water. This helps alleviate your stress so that you don't go into a panic. Typically during a run, that would be like the only one you pick up, but I'm probably going to be picking up a couple extras just for safety.
I mean, I know lavender water relaxes me, so I mean, I think she's on the right bottle.
Alright, now we actually have a little bit of a rough patch coming up right here. We're going to go through this door, and he's going to immediately attack us. So that's going to fill up this meter quite a bit. So we're going to run up here, open this door. We have to splash water on a sigil, but because of the animation, we actually have to like burn some time. So we're going to hit this sigil. We're going to wait a second, open this locker, and then we're going to go right through, and we almost got hit there. Now, luckily for us, when we go through a door or like open that locker, the sigil animation will continue, but Sledgehammer will not attack us and he will not move.
This game is pretty generous when it comes to hitboxes from enemies. They don't like to attack you from around corners, so you can find some pretty safe spots.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for that. I'm actually really thankful that went that way, because I usually end up getting hit before opening that door.
Yeah, that was pretty smooth.
Alright, so we're going to go over here and get some matches, and then we're going to go back. But, oops. And we're going to skip a cutscene with Sledgehammer pretty much bursting through the wall. Splash him and then crawl. I'm sorry?
Let me know when you've got a good spot for donations. Probably after this bit, I imagine.
You can actually do it right now, because he is going to chase me, but he's not going to catch him.
Alright then, guys, I'd just like to say we have £1 from Chad Thorson. Let's give Raclesis some love, and let's get that £1 dono train going. If we all pitch in, we can make a difference together. There we go, guys. Thank you so much for that donation, Chad. Alyssa, let's go. Let's get that £1 donation train going. And we also have $10 from Sneevel. Let's go, Raclesis. Save the animals. Let's get some hype in chat for all these donations. Thank you so much, guys. And yes, guys, £1 dono train. Let's go.
Thank you very much, Aaron. We actually have a really difficult dodge coming up. It may not look like it, but this line is actually really precise. All right, we didn't get hit by the door. If we get hit by the door right there, that's instant panic.
Yeah, that one really looks crazy, but it's not.
Alright, good. He's taunting here as well. He has a chance to taunt, or he can just run right up behind you. We do have an extra splash of the holy water just in case. So those matches we picked up, we're going to use them on a lantern over here. And again, we're going to interact with it as far away as possible. And for some reason, lighting that makes this plank appear.
Well, it was there before, but I think Alyssa was just too scared to step on it in the dark.
Ah, gotcha. Now this section right here is a little bit of RNG. She will stumble like that. How many times she stumbles is completely RNG. 1 is good, 2 is about average, 3 or more is not so good. We actually got good RNG there.
And it's the same thing going back as well. She will still stumble on the way back.
Yep, that is very true. And you can fall off here, so you just need to be careful. When we were playing this casually, I was doing this and I accidentally like tilted the stick a little too much in one direction and just whoop, game over. So we got 2 so far. And she can stumble like right on the very last step, so.
That was not a bad plank. Good job.
Not at all. Thank you. Alright, now I'm just gonna pretend like there's not a big killer here with a sledgehammer. I'm just gonna run by. At this point, we're not too worried about Sledgehammer catching up to us. If he does hit us there, it is a little bit of bad news, but he should not catch up at this point.
Yeah, he looks scarier than he really is at this part.
His scariest section is this that dodge that I was talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, the hallway is terrifying.
Like I said, it may not look like a difficult dodge because you're really just running in like a straight line, but if you're even off slightly, you either hit the chairs or you get hit by the door. Whoops. Alright, so now we're gonna go back to the tailor shop we were at earlier. And this is another good spot to read off donations because I'm just gonna be running in a straight line.
We don't have any new donations at the moment, but we did have some donations come in for the Elsa Walker in the costume war bid for Resident Evil 2 Claire's costume, which is now catching up to second place, which is the 98 Claire, but Noir is still far out in front, guys, so if you want to see any of your favourite costumes when you bid, please dedicate it to which one you'd like to see most.
Now you all might notice these butterflies floating around. If those touch you, you pretty much freeze in place. So we're gonna try and make sure those don't touch us.
Wow.
It might look chill, but they're not so chill.
Yeah.
They look so lovely and so mean, though.
They'll become a huge problem later on in the graveyard.
I'm hearing a lot about this graveyard section.
It's the worst section of the entire run.
It is, easily.
Whoops, alright. I'm still learning this line right here. I didn't even realize this arrow existed when I was first running. And so that arrow we just picked up, you're probably thinking, you don't have a bow and arrow, what is this? Well, we're about to have one. Because part of Alyssa's Rooted Bloodline gives her special powers, and one of those is to turn her bottle of holy water into a magical bow and arrow.
You should probably consider letting that cutscene play out. I think that explains it better than any of us could. I mean, when you first start the boss fight.
The cutscene coming up with Sledgehammer?
Yeah, when you first start the Sledgehammer boss fight.
Alright, if you guys want to see it, I'll let it play out.
It's not super long, and it just explains it pretty well.
Alrighty.
If we have a few seconds, I'd like to shout out some up-and-coming incentives. I've already mentioned this one, but Roll Champ 4 Grapple Get is only $16 away from completion. And then we have Sonic Adventures 2 Final Story Present by Savek, and also a Sonic Adventures 2 Major Skips and Glitch Exhibition as well, which are currently sat with 0 donations, but hopefully, guys, if we can get those on the roll now, we'll have some extra awesome Sonic Adventures 2 content to bring you.
I look forward to those runs. All right, this is the cutscene Talia was talking about. You'll also see just how goofy these cutscenes really are.
I love the run.
I do love the boss fights in this.
I love the acting. Also, keep in mind, all of this is mocap.
Yeah, that's honestly the best part. I believe this was also the director who did Battle Royale, like the Japanese movie.
That's a really
Fun
interesting
fact for you.
Yeah, it's a really interesting little fact.
I'm actually gonna let this one also play out, where the first transformation.
Yeah, that was the one I had in mind.
Well, we got to see a little bit of goofy acting before that, so.
Yeah.
The T-pose. Here's some T-pose hype.
If you like Sailor Moon, you're gonna enjoy this.
Especially the end, where you not only get a weapon change, you get a full clothing change.
Exactly.
Every boss fight, she does this exact same change. Alright, so now we're on our first boss fight. We're gonna try to bait out an attack from him, and then for me, I just hope he taunts after that.
Yeah, so the main thing to do during boss fights is basically to charge your arrow up, because that means you can lock the enemy in place. And once you lock them in place, you hope that they don't try and sidestep you, and then you just keep attacking until you win.
He's being quite the jerk at the moment.
He's not playing very nice.
Wow. Oh. There you go. Yeah, you usually get these tethers onto him. I believe it's after 3 tethers you can do what I like to call a spirit bomb. Pretty much just like a...
It practically is a spirit bomb, yeah.
I'm hoping it looks as epic as it sounds.
Oh, you're about to see
It
it.
is. And you can't skip this either, so you're forced to watch every single spirit bomb in this entire run.
And on the last boss, we do quite a few of them.
Yep.
It does a lot of damage. Now you notice I was charging the arrow for Sledgehammer. It's 5 charges. The rest of the bosses, it's going to be an additional charge to get untethered, except for the final boss.
Do we have time for a donation after that?
Yes, we do.
Right, I would like to say thank you to UrbanBug80368 for the $10 donation. Love you, Raclesis, one of the best Clock Tower 3 streamers. Hope to eventually join the running community in this game. Thank you so much, Urban, and I hope to see you running it too.
Thank you very much, Urban. That means a lot. Thank you. And so after we helped out the ghost that Sledgehammer killed, we get transported back home, where we magically have a room, say a key to your grandfather's room. So now we're gonna go and check it out.
Oh, it's not quite magic. It's in a cutscene that you skip. Your childhood friend will show up, and for some reason
Dennis.
he has that after he he ran into your mom, I think, and then he got the key, and then
yeah, sorry, it's been a little bit of time since I've watched the cutscenes for this game. Well, we did skip a cutscene where Dennis showed up with a key that your mom gave you.
And if you do want to see Dennis, he is going to make an appearance later in the run.
I'm intrigued by Dennis now, so I'm excited to see him.
You're in for a treat. He's commonly referred to as Discount Ron Weasley, and it's such an accurate name for him.
Call it out
Dennis
when you see Discount Ron Weasley, guys. We'll have it out in chat. If you see him, guys, shout out in chat.
Right now, keep in mind this house is massive, but we only go into like 2 rooms.
I mean, you only really need the 2 rooms, so.
Right. So now we have another puzzle right here. We picked up some winding keys in Dick's room. This puzzle is always the same. You want to turn the left one twice and then the right one 3 times.
Let me know when it's a good time for another donation.
This is a perfect time for donations, actually.
Oh, a perfect time indeed. I'd like to say thank you to Sarabian with the $5 donation, who says, "Mwahahaha! I can't wait until Chopper and Dick Burrows fight. Mwahahaha! Dennis Weasley gets no love."
We love Discount Ron Weasley around here.
We really do.
So now we're going to activate this portal down here with 2 splashes of holy water. And this is going to send us to, I believe it's the 1960s? Again, magic.
Yeah, there are a few things in this game that can't really be explained outside of it just works.
It's like... We're going to activate this early because so we have two splashes of holy water in our canteen there. But when we're coming back, it's gonna refill us automatically. Just gonna ignore this ghost. Gave one a hug, and that's enough for me.
Yeah, we don't want to hug them too much. It loses too much time.
Yeah. And typically for when I run, I give at least one ghost a hug in the graveyard. So now we're gonna skip a bunch of cutscenes in this area. We had 1, which was just back here. Then we're gonna have 3 cutscenes back to back. Then we're gonna take like 2 steps and then skip another cutscene. But we are coming up onto what I think is like the weirdest bit of RNG in this game. We have to go to a vase, and we have to interact with it. When we interact with it, it'll ask us if we want to turn it. It'll randomly be on yes or no. I don't know why, it just is.
And you do want it to be on yes, because that
Yes.
saves you a button press for switching it over.
I mean, we're all about saving every frame we can.
It was
Hit
on
this
no.
mouse
Bad,
button, let's go.
bad RNG reset.
Damn.
And this room we're into was locked before, but because of that little secret passageway we got, we can grab this key and head on out. We're gonna unlock it from, you know, an entire person's length away.
Yeah, Alyssa's extendo arms are pretty powerful, and you haven't even seen the best of that yet. That's coming up later in the run.
Oh, yeah, I have a feeling I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, staircase.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
When I was first learning that and I saw that, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way that works.
Yeah, no, Alyssa makes it work.
Oh, just had a raid in chat. I'd just like to shout out Aragold, mate. Thank you so much for the raid with the Party of the 8. Welcome in, everyone. I hope you're here to enjoy some Clock Tower 3 with Raclesis, who was absolutely smashing it so far.
Thank you for the raid,
He's doing great.
Aragold. If I recall correctly, he is a Resident Evil 7 runner, right?
He is. He's one of my peeps. One of the RE7 clan.
Alright, so we just skipped the cutscene where she refilled her water without us having to do much of anything, and I'm gonna pick up this key and head back to Dick's room.
Yeah, I dare you to say the name of that key 3 times fast. I bet you can't. I know I can't, so I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not even gonna attempt. Alright. Whoops. Alright, every now and then you're gonna see me accidentally just like bang a corner like that. Like, this game works off of like, if you ever played Silent Hill 2 or Resident Evil HD Remastered as a speedrun, you'll know what I'm talking about. But so I'm holding like up and slightly right on the stick, but when the camera changes, if I move the stick, it's no longer that same direction. So every now and then my my movement will get a little janky.
So, just to let everybody know who's joined with the raid, we are raising money during this speedrun for PawsYourGame. We currently have some amazing runs coming up, including Boogerman, a Pick and Flick adventure, Contra, and Alien Isolation. So, guys, I hope you stick around for all that and enjoy all the runs we've got on offer today.
So we just unlocked a desk, grabbed this mask, which is going to open a secret door. We're going to pick up an item that we need to help a ghost pass on, which is this film ring. There's also an arrow in here. We don't really need it, so I'm going to skip that one.
Yeah,
That'll
it's kind
be-
of funny how you need this film, because like all you need this film for is to return to the ghost, which lets you see a picture, but all that picture tells you is to move a different picture, which Alyssa could have done without it, but you know.
I
Here
know,
we are.
right? It also introduces you to our next boss, Corroder. Shows you a picture
Corroder
of...
is a fun one.
Oh, yeah. I'm hoping for little to no Corroder memes.
Yeah, he does like to meme, but hopefully he'll be playing nice tonight.
How many bosses are in this run in total?
See, there are Sledgehammer, we got Corroder coming up, Chopper, Scissorman, Scissorwoman, and Lord Burrows. And Chopper you have to fight twice.
It's quite a good potential for memes with these bosses, because they just keep getting meaner and meaner.
Oh yeah. I think like the only real like break you get from having a boss fight be a jerk is Scissor Woman, but if your lines, like, if you even move slightly off, you need to like in my case, like, if you're slightly off with aiming, you have to let her hit you in order to, like, readjust.
Yeah. They can be pretty dicey.
Alright, so we helped out this ghost in this room, and drops two photos. Right there's our next boss, Corroder. And this, you have to get this picture in order to realize there's a switch over here.
And it's kind of weird that you have to grab that picture, because if you do have Alyssa go check out that picture before you pick up that photo, she will be like, oh, it's crooked, maybe I should straighten it. But she just doesn't. You know, so much time could be saved if you just try to straighten it right away.
I know, right? But nope, we have to go get that photo first. Alright, so we're about to be introduced to Corroder. I'm gonna skip this cutscene and I'm gonna immediately splash him with water.
Seems reasonable.
Ah, he splashed me back. He does that sometimes. But that only wastes like an extra second. So I'm gonna pick up this invisibility band. We're gonna need that for the graveyard. After that, we're gonna run right by him. And I didn't quite get extended arms this time, but we're gonna pick up this tool key. Now we're gonna go back to the room where we had that vase that we had to turn. Now, even though Corroder was just behind us, he's now in front of us. And he's going to attack us through this wall. I'm going to attack him as well.
Have we got time for another donation?
Give me just one moment. Because I'm going to explain one other thing right after I get this wrench. Sometimes the enemies can open the door as you're running to it, and if they do, and they don't hit you with the door. Okay, never mind. That didn't happen. If they open the door and they don't hit you with the door, you can literally run directly through them. All right, now, sorry, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Now we can do the donation.
Right, there was a donation from Desert Eagle 417 of $10 who says, no Corroder memes, please.
Thank you for that deal. All right, we actually have a...
Here.
Right, this dodge right is a little difficult. It all depends on the attack he wants to do, and I just messed up the line there. That was my fault.
Yeah, to be fair, even with a perfect line there, he still sometimes gets you, so that one's pretty rough.
Yeah. That was 100% just me messing the line up. Alright, you are way too
Enjoyed
close.
the way you
Okay,
tried
give me a
to
break
sell.
here.
Alright, once again, he was behind us. We went through a door, or in this case, a giant fan, and he's in front of us again.
Yeah, he loves this sometimes. Like Sledgehammer can teleport as well, you just don't really see it. Not on this
Oh, no
difficulty
no
anyway.
hug. Almost got another ghost hug there.
Oh, it was close.
These
Usually
dodges have been on point.
Thank you. Like, usually that ghost is a little further away. I've never seen that ghost that close before. So right here, we're just going to do a lot of, like, slow walking over planks and stuff. So if you got any more donations, now's the time to read them.
No more donations at the moment, but I would just like to say we've kicked off Sonic Adventures 2 on both categories. Have both now been started, so guys, we're still looking for 100 and 200 respectively for both incentives, and the Roll Chan 4 Grapple Get is now only $11 from making its incentive, guys, so let's go. Let's get these incentives met.
Let's make it happen, everybody. All right. Excuse me again. All right, we're about to get chased again. And that cutscene filled up our panic meter almost to the top.
Yeah, that's gonna happen a few times throughout the run. It's gonna look like he's about to panic, but it's routed out pretty well, so it's gonna be a pixel off in a lot of cases. But it's
I actually panicked right here, but we are
Whoops, I
we're
shouldn't
about
have
to
done anything.
we're actually about to enter a boss fight, so that panic's gonna go away. So a little lucky there, I guess. Like if you're gonna panic, right there's probably the best spot to do it.
Oh
Some
yeah, that was
marathon luck.
pretty good.
And now we're on to the Corroder boss fight, which is probably the most meme fight of the game.
Good luck.
Yeah. Corroder can absolutely throw memes because, like I mentioned earlier, you're supposed to tether them down with the arrows that you charge. And Corroder likes to sidestep, so even when you do get him tethered and locked into place, he can still sidestep you and you will still miss, and that of course loses time, and that's not good.
There she is. Prepare to die.
Also, anytime he says "there she is," he's about to throw a range attack your way. And so every time he does that, is time loss.
There she is.
Just need to like stun him to stop him from throwing that, and he's sidestepping.
There she is.
Yeah, there's the Corroder memes.
Prepare to die.
And prepare to die is what we want to hear.
There she is. There she is. Prepare to
Sir, I
die.
need you to calm down.
Yeah, I don't think Corroder knows what it means to calm down.
He is not letting us tether him.
Prepare to die.
Because these tethers eventually go away if you don't constantly keep them up. Alright, I need to move that.
There she is.
He is seriously sidestepping today.
Die.
Wow. This is what I meant earlier by these bosses can be real spicy sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
There we go, we got a spirit bomb on him. Like, Scissor Man can do some similar things where he'll throw like knives and stuff at you. Chopper throws axes. I honestly don't know what Scissor Woman does because we tend to kill her really quick.
Yeah, she can throw some whirlwind memes, but most of the time she doesn't, so.
And Lord Burrows can do a lot of things.
Oh yeah, he's a scary one.
I'm glad to see we've got some exciting bosses still to come then.
Oh yeah.
Alright, there's plenty more left in the run. So at this point, we're gonna go to a door that's been locked this entire time. But now that we got the shawl to help the dead pass on, and Corroder is out of the picture, we can go through.
Guys, I'd just like to say we are only $23 from hitting $2,600 raised. So, guys, let's dig deep. Let's get a dono train on the go. Let's get a pound dono train on the go, and let's hit that before the end of this run. Let's get that 2,600.
Yeah, I know we can hit that. We can hit that easy.
You see, Raclesis is on board. We're all rooting for you here, chat. Let's go.
I have faith.
Alright, so we just skipped the cutscene. We did go back to the house, but we immediately got transported here, which is kind of like a sewer system in a way. I'm not quite sure, but
I am not either.
there's a lot of things in this game that's just unexplained and confusing. That's part of
Just
what makes
magic.
it awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, we are about to run into a new stalker, which is Chopper.
Right, we're gonna leave this room and a cutscene's gonna happen. Right when that happens, I'm gonna throw some water at him and run right by him. You can run by him without the water, but I'd rather be safe.
Another random fact for you: if you do listen to Chopper in the cutscene that was just skipped and compare it to the Chopper voice that you hear when he's chasing you, those are two different voice actors. I don't know why.
Is it really noticeable?
It's very
Yeah,
noticeable.
yeah.
What I mean, this game is already intriguing me.
It's fantastic.
We're gonna be in this elevator quite a few times in the next few minutes. We gotta go to basement 1 to grab an item, then to basement 2 to grab an item, then back down to basement 3 to solve a puzzle, then back up to basement 1.
And there's some RNG memes in this one as well. Chopper can decide to play nice or not so nice, spawn behind you, in front of you. Yeah. whatever he can think of to make your life worse.
He was actually a little too close for my liking there.
Ooh, yeah, that was close.
He's about to get real close here as well, but like usually you can just hit him with water like I did that just now. Be fine.
Yeah, you should have enough water to get through this just fine, but it's gonna look dicey a few times.
So we got a crowbar and we got some gloves. We're going to use the gloves to solve a wire puzzle, and the crowbar to wrench open a grate to go down a ladder in just a moment. And like all the other puzzles in this game, this one doesn't change, so you just got to memorize it.
Luckily, not everything in this game has RNG.
Yeah. Chopper does come here during this, and where he comes in can be pretty much anywhere. And whoever wired this, I would like to speak to whoever wired this.
Honestly, me too.
Seems perfectly safe.
He usually comes out right here. He's a little further away than I expected, but still.
I'm playing it safe for the marathon.
Oh yeah. I still play this area decently safe in my like my PB attempts.
That's fair.
Oop.
This water really is, like, got some great uses, I must admit.
Oh yeah, I love it. So now we're gonna go and give this skeleton right here his glasses so that he can see.
Yeah, luckily these are at least not too far from the body that we need to give them back to, so this one's pretty quick.
Right. There is a category of, I believe it's clear mode. It's either clear mode or 100% mode, where you have to help every single ghost in the game, and some of the items are quite far away from where the bodies are at.
Yeah, that's 100% for you.
Yeah. All right, right here, he's gonna throw an axe at us if it hits us. Okay, it didn't hit us. Like him just showing up causes that stress. If the axe hits you, not only does it knock you down, but it adds more.
Yeah, the music in this game is absolutely fantastic, by the way, so I can recommend checking out the soundtrack.
There's only one song where I'm just kind of like, that's the hospital.
Well, yeah, there's one exception, but like everything else is a banger.
Oh yeah. So now we need to go and hit a switch, which is gonna activate power for a keycard reader that we use that card key on to go on to the next.
You can't get away.
Why everything else has power and that doesn't, I don't know.
There's reasons.
Gamer logic.
I played that a little risky. I thought I could get right by him.
Oh, that was close. You almost had it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was. He just caught you with the backswing.
Yeah. That's one thing that's like a little rough about this game. They can hit you on like the very end of their animation. I know we talked about the extendo arms. This is the best part of extendo arms in this entire run. But before that, we're gonna fill up our water bottle. See that arrow that we just ignored? We're gonna pick it up with our feet.
Extendo feet hype. Let's go, chat.
I don't know why this works, but the hitbox extends up to those stairs.
I mean, it's good for us when we go fast, so I'm not complaining.
Right. We have our first boss fight with Chopper coming up. This one can be a little annoying because he does sidestep quite a bit.
Yeah, he picked up some tricks from Corroder. He likes to sidestep as well.
Lately, though, he's just been walking at me in a straight line, so hopefully he just continues to do that. And just like with Kuroda, we're gonna immediately charge an arrow. Just pray. Oh, he's taunting. Good.
You can't get away.
Good
Oh,
luck
he's
on the
being
fight.
real nice.
Good job, Chopper. Keep doing this.
You can't get away.
I don't think he wants to fight me. I think he just wants to talk. He sidestepped a little bit, but the tether will pull him back towards the where he was tethered at.
It's looking good so far.
This is perfect. That was a perfect Chopper 1 fight.
Yeah, I reckon he's gonna die from that spirit bomb, which is good.
And now we're on to probably the worst part of the run, the graveyard.
What makes
Yeah,
this
wait.
part so bad?
Well,
We'll see.
the first part of it, the mausoleum section isn't too bad. The ghosts can be a little trolly, but there's nothing you can't really deal with, that you can just deal with. It's right after that when you have to deal with Chopper chasing you, and normally you'd have water. That line was epic. I just ran around the grave rather than next to it. Anyway, Chopper will be chasing you, and normally with these guys, you want to splash them with water and then just run around them. You don't have that option. So you have to
Yeah,
run
that
around.
part of what you're talking about, it's pretty well routed, so you have exactly what you need and nothing more. So you do not have the spare holy water to try and salvage your way out of it if he catches up.
Right. I mean, you can run to a nearby shack to refill water, but that takes up a lot of time.
Yeah, exactly. And we trying to go fast. So
We might actually get another ghost hug. That ghost was a little closer than I
Oh
anticipated.
no.
I'm gonna see if I can get her. Yep, ghost hug. That's
Yeah,
okay.
it's interesting because these ghosts are actually former rooters, so you'd think they'd be nice to us because, you know, we're helping them. But no.
Alright, so in this area we have 3 stones that are in the wrong spots, and we need to put them in their correct spots. But we can only hold 1 stone at a time. So we go and put 1 in the altar, and then we go and put the rest where they need to go. Where's this ghost at? This ghost is in the way. You can dodge them by like running back a little bit, and then right before they throw their arms out to go give the hug, you can just turn around and run right by them.
Yeah, so basically what you hope for in this is that they're in the room with the stone, because if they are in the hallway, you will either have to dodge them, which loses time, or splash them, which also loses time.
And on the way out, we're gonna pick up this arrow. I did splash this one just to be safe. Let's see where this one's at. This one should be good. Yep, it's good. Remember when we put the stone in the room that, like, this ghost is gonna go away now that we got this correct stone in here. So we don't have to worry about this ghost anymore.
Yeah, there'll be sometimes where it looks dicey because they're about to grab you as you put the stone in, but luckily the stone dissipates them completely, so we don't need to worry about that.
Right. Let's see where this one's at. This is the one that gives me the most trouble.
Oh, this one gives everyone trouble, I think.
I'm gonna have to dodge on the way back too. I try to keep two waters on me so I don't have to do 2 refills here.
Seems to be going well so far, though. Making a way through. Smashing it, bro.
I just ran straight through that hug, so thank God for that.
Nice.
Ghosts need hug too, chat. This is where you need to come and do the hugs for Raclesis here, so he
this-
don't have to.
Okay, this one was good. I thought this one was gonna be dicey because it just turned to the left. Alright, now we're gonna get our first stone and put that in the casket to the left.
Yeah, I'm guessing you have to dodge her one more time, but it should be fine. Unless she decides to play nice, of course.
Fingers
I could
crossed.
also take the hug and my panic the stress should be gone before I get to Chopper. But I would rather not take the hug because it's slower. Alright, let's see where this goes to who's at. Right here, okay. Right in the way.
Yeah, I feel like Yellow is always in that hallway.
I believe only once I've seen them in the casket room.
Yeah.
But like it's been a long while since I've had a run where they're actually in a good spot.
How far can they move? Can they come right into the central room?
They can move about as far as like the entrance, about here. So they can't leave the hallway, but they can get real far into the hallway. So I'm gonna pick up this compass of light. We're gonna reactivate this portal so that we can go back out. Right when we do that, we're just gonna refill the holy water.
Seen some love in chat for the event. Keep it coming, guys.
And some love for Raclesis too, please.
Thank you. Really
Definitely.
appreciate
Great.
everyone. Really appreciate all the donations that we've gotten so far. I'm still blown away that we've raised about like almost $2,600 for Pause Your Game. It's been awesome. You guys are amazing.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, chat. That could be 2,600 by the end. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
Yeah,
So now
let's
this
hit
is
that milestone before the end of this run.
this is the worst part of the run coming up. This is the graveyard that we've been telling you about. So we need 2 waters here to get to here, and then we're gonna activate this early because Chopper's gonna be chasing us. We don't have time to be activating that while he's chasing us. Now this last water,
Yeah.
you think, oh, you can just splash Chopper as he's chasing you. Nope, you need this water to splash something.
Yeah, there's basically a bit of a puzzle here. We have to go and press 3 buttons in the right order, and this is when Chopper chases you throughout the whole thing. But after you press all 3 buttons, you need to get a center area, and then you need to splash the holy water to activate it.
So
And
he
that's
got me on the
all we do.
backswing, but he didn't stress me out with the second attack that he did. Alright, the butterflies were a little close. Alright.
It's the horror butterflies coming again.
Yeah.
Ow! Alright, he hit me on the backswing again. So he's throwing an axe. Alright, I'm gonna hit this second one, then I'm gonna use my invisibility band. That's gonna buy me a few seconds of him not knowing where I'm at, even though I use it directly in front of his face.
Yeah, luckily he's a bit of an idiot.
Oh, nice trick.
And this should give us enough time to get to the third one. Now we have to go to the middle and use our holy water on the altar. Now the worst part for me is the run back with him chasing you. He's got a variety of attacks that he can do. He can like do a jumping attack. He can immediately swing. He can throw axes. Oh, that was
Yeah, this
that was a
game
bad
is
line.
not over until you get back to the portal.
Alright, so he's got my stress up pretty far. I'm going to use the lavender water that we picked up in the theater. Just to be safe. And this should be good.
Yeah, you got it from here.
Oh yeah. And that's Graveyard.
Good job.
It didn't seem as bad. I thought we were in for some struggles, but you smashed it with Raclesis. Can we get some hype in chat for a clean graveyard? Let's go.
That area can be a clown fiesta for sure.
I mean, that just shows how good Raclesis really is, because that is really hard. He made it look easy.
Okay, so now we're gonna use these compasses, but before we use both compasses, we're gonna go get some more water. Because we need that for the upcoming area after the boss fight with Chopper.
Chat,
Yeah,
why
we get
don't
to
you
fight
two Sorry, Tally.
That's fine. I'm just saying we get to fight Chopper one more time, and he's probably not going to play as nice on this one. He's usually a bit more rude here, but hopefully we got it down well.
There's a little bit of a setup you can do to start off the fight well, but he can do whatever he wants after that.
Yeah, like the first attack is almost the only consistent thing about this. The rest is completely random.
Let's pray for some good RNG.
We're gonna need it.
Indeed.
So we're gonna skip a couple cutscenes. We're gonna pick up an old Rooter arrow. I'm not quite sure what this does. Like, I'm assuming it's something to do with storyline purposes.
Oh, yeah, it's an event item. Like, you might expect when you first pick it up that, like, oh, I can fire this with my bow and arrow, but no, you can't.
Nope. You can fire this one with your bow and arrow, though.
Oh, yeah.
Let me know when is a good time for a donation. Maybe after the boss fight.
After the boss fight will be a good spot for it, yeah. We got a cutscene right here with the bridge breaking. We actually need to run to the portal while the bridge is breaking. When I first played this game, I thought this was like just a cutscene, and I didn't move and died. So yeah, you do have to run here.
Again, Raclesis makes it look so easy though, like it's not even a problem.
Yeah. The problem with that area is like the camera is moving, and because movement is depending on where the camera is, you can get disoriented. So now we're on to the second Chopper fight. We're going to start this off with a green arrow that's going to push him away. When he gets hit by that green arrow, he's going to run away from us and throw an axe. And we can reflect the axes back at him and knock him down, which gives us time to tether him with an arrow. After that, Chopper does what he wants.
Yeah, so what you definitely want when you're fighting Chopper for the second time is you want for him to throw more of those axes. Because like Raclesis said, you can reflect them back, which not only knocks him down and stuns him for a little bit, but it also takes damage, so that makes the boss fight even faster.
And you can throw an axe that's like curved too, like that. You have to wait for it to get closer. I waited a little too long on that last arrow.
Take this.
Spirit bomb. All right. This should either kill him or get him This should either kill him or get him close to dead. If he's close to dead, we just need to get him with one more arrow.
Yeah, you got this in the bag.
Right, and if that's the case, right now is a good time for donations. Oh yeah, now's a good time for donations.
Right, are we okay? Right, I'd like to say thank you to the BPG13 who in the last run for Colin McRae Rally 2.0 set the world record. He says, "Hey guys, just wanted to say thanks again for having me in the marathon, and here's my donation towards the animal charity. You guys got me the world record, so allow me to repay you back in the only way I know how." Thank you so much for the $50 there, and that has smashed the 2,600 that we were looking for, so thank you so much. And we do have another donation from Silent Caster. If you don't get at least 70k Ruder points, you should match this donation, Raclesis Kappa. And that was a donation of $11. Thank you so much, guys. Look at that, 2638. We flying high, chat. Let's go. Let's get some hype in for Raclesis and all the donations. Thank you so much.
I'll take that bet.
And discount Ron Weasley, that's just happening right now.
Yeah, that's unfortunately the most we'll see of discount Ron Weasley. So now we're in the hospital. First thing we're gonna do is probably get a hug from this ghost, which is not good. Oh yeah, that's a first for me. Because of that, I'm gonna go pick up this lavender water. just in case.
That is probably a good idea. Because we're about to run into yet another set of stalkers this time. It's the Scissor Twins.
Let me know when it's a good time to start.
Now is a good time to talk, actually. So.
Right, guys, I just wanna, with that last set of donations, we've had some interesting occurrences with the bid war. Out of nowhere, the 98 Claire costume has now overtaken the bid war over the Noir costume with $84 to 78. And it looks like a 2-horse race so far, guys. So if you want your favorite outfit, either tank top, Elsa Walker, or military, we need to get bidding on that, guys, to make this happen. So we're currently in the lead is the 98 skin for Claire, which is an interesting one. And I'd also like to shout out the Roll-Chan 4 grapple get has now been met. So during that run, early on tomorrow morning, we'll be seeing the grapple in action with Iraq Vet. Hype, let's go, guys. Smashing through all these incentives.
You guys are amazing, you know that? Alright, so during that, we just picked up an item called Looking Glass, which is going to allow us to go to like a reverse area of this hospital by going through this mirror. On one side of the mirror is Scissor Man, and the other side is Scissor Woman. So now we're in Scissor Woman's territory. Did she hold the door open for us? No, she did not.
Prepare your snippety snap memes because they're coming.
There you are!
Unfortunately, because we got some stress from the ghost, this might be a little dicey. She's usually pretty good right here. Oh, hi.
Yeah, usually, and then she sometimes randomly changes it up to just to throw you off.
Yeah, like she was just right in my face there. But that's okay, we got by.
Yeah, she just wanted to give you a scare, I think.
Slice and dice!
Yeah, I'm gonna splash her on the way out just to be safe.
Yeah.
The Scissor Twins be speedy.
Oh, they are.
Oh yeah, they're very quick. Now we're gonna go back to the other side of the hospital. We're gonna run into Scissor Man. And he's usually a gentleman. He typically comes in from the room where we need to go to, and if he does that, we can just walk right by. He's not a gentleman today.
Because he knows it's a marathon and he wants to make it interesting for the sake of the animals.
Very true. This is the last key that we need to move on to the next area. We do have to get by Scissor Man. Sometimes he can be a jerk and give you a couple smacks with his scissors.
Now let's hope he plays nice.
I do have one extra water here, so I can splash him if necessary. He hit me with the door. That's okay. I'm just gonna, pretend he doesn't exist and run right by him.
Yeah, that's a safer option.
Alright, we're gonna hit that portal, refill our water, and get out of the hospital. Now we're going on to the castle. Castle can be a little tricky. I do have that extra lavender water though, and that's gonna help us out a ton. We're just given a cutscene where Grandpa's having a leisurely stroll, talking to himself. Doing Grandpa things.
Yeah, he may or may not be possessed.
Slight chance of possession. Slight.
Oh,
right
slight.
here, Scissor Man's gonna run right at us. We're gonna run as. Oh, whoop. Okay. I don't know what happened to my movement there, but we need to splash him, then run to this door, hit a sigil, immediately turn around and splash him again. You give me a little bit of stress. That should be okay though.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Like that should be gone by the time I get. Yeah, it's gone now. Okay. So I'm gonna pick up this arrow, and take a right look at the door.
So in case chat is wondering what is the deal with all those arrows you picked up, because we picked up so many, we haven't used them. What's going on with that? And that is because we're saving them all for the final boss. And they're also getting picked up in a very specific pattern because you can't pick which arrow to fire when. You have to fire them in the order you pick them up. So all this out is routed perfectly for the sake of the final boss.
I do pick up an additional arrow. Oh, thank you for not hitting me there. And thank you for taunting. Wow. That's the best RNG that I've had with him here.
Nice.
Now, I do pick up an additional arrow that, like top runners would probably avoid. I'm going to pick that up for this run as well for safety. It'll help. It will help in the boss fight with Lord Burrows. Like, this
Yeah,
is
it's
an
good to
extra...
have that bonus arrow, because sometimes he dies by the last spirit bomb, and sometimes he decides to have a sliver of health left, and if he does, it's good to have that one extra arrow.
Right. It takes about, what, 15 seconds to run up here, get it, and get back on track? About that?
Yeah, it's worth.
Yeah. Alright, this next area is a perfect example of why you should never skip leg day. So we're gonna go on this ledge, which is already scary enough. But as you can see, there's a statue in our way. But Alyssa doesn't skip leg day.
Alyssa's done good.
She's just gonna go right under it. Now, anyone I know who would try this would have their ankles snap.
I would not be able to do this, not without tipping over and falling off.
And this ghost here can't actually hurt you when you're on this ledge. And so right after this ledge, we're going to go to another smaller ledge and squeeze in through a grate to the next area.
Yeah, Alyssa's getting a lot of practice in for a sideways shuffle in this part. Because we do need to do more of this.
Yep. And right in this area, you're going to run into Scissor Woman. There's a crest over here, but it's blocked by some fire. So we're going to get that.
Slice and dice.
Get a slice and dice meme in real quick. Hit this fire with the ash. And I hope she doesn't hit me on the way over. She didn't, but she did scare me a little bit. Oh! That's unfortunate.
Oh no.
That's okay though. There's a refill spot right here.
Yeah, the scary thing that can happen sometimes is if you get hit as you try and throw your water, you will still consume your water, even if Alyssa doesn't actually have time to throw it.
Yeah, she effectively spills it on the floor.
Yeah. And you don't want that to happen.
Oh, not at all. We are coming up on a kind of scary moment though. She's going to pop out in front of us, and it's going to give us quite a bit of stress. With the stress she just inflicted, I might actually go into panic.
Oh, that's gonna be a dicey one.
Slice and dice.
Real close. We do have that lavender water, but the next part where she's going to pop out, she's not going to scare us immediately, so we should be fine.
Yeah, I don't think you need it. Not right now, at least.
So we're picking up another crest, and we got to make our way back through. Do more side shuffling. So after this next section with Scissor Woman, we don't have to worry about any more enemies chasing us.
Yeah, there'll still be memes, just not stalker memes. So I see a question in chat. Someone's asking what happens if the bar fills, and that is basically our panic meter. If that fills all the way up, Alyssa will go into a panic, which makes her hard to control, and yeah, we want to try and avoid that.
She'll run faster than she normally does, but she'll also stumble, so you won't be able to turn her, and then she'll randomly stop and cower in fear.
Snippety snap.
Yeah, so it's better to just avoid it completely.
Alright, so after that, we no longer have to deal with stalkers chasing us, and I hit start way too often. There's like a small cutscene you can skip right there, but if you mash start too much, you will just pause the game like that.
Yeah, mashing is an art.
And most of the time when you mash out of like files that's with triangle, there it's start. Don't know why, it just is.
Yeah, this game has a funny few things like that.
So now we see the Scissor Twins hanging out with our Discount Ron Weasley. And Discount Ron Weasley's not having fun, so we're going to try to help him out.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of need him for the boss fight, the final boss fight later, so you definitely do want to go give him a hand here.
Now we got another stressful part of the run coming up, though, and that's the Knights. Now,
Oh yeah.
normally when things attack near you or hit you, it just gives you some stress and makes you closer to panic. These Knights hit you, it's instant death. Now I do have a get out of jail free item in the Sigil Stone from the beginning, but that's only for one free hit, and I gotta run past those Knights twice.
Yeah, this is quite scary.
And a slight autopilot moment there. Alright, let's go. Alright. Good on the first one.
Should be fine then. We have the safety for the second attempt if it goes sour.
Yep. And we needed to do all that to raise a wall that was in our way. And unlock these doors. It was like, after this door that we're going through, there was a wall in the way, and that switch makes it go up.
Now it's time to save our friend.
But not quite yet, because we just fell down, and then we had to run all the way back up.
Love it when that happens. It's probably for the best though, because Alyssa doesn't actually have her superpower yet. She doesn't have the item she needs to summon the bow and arrow, so we're gonna go find that now.
This room always creeped me out. Like, there's a bunch of Alyssa's drawings all over the wall.
Yeah, this turns out to be our grandpa's room, which is like, wait, why is this here in the castle? We don't really know. It doesn't really make sense, but oh well.
Alright, Knights round 2. Let's go. I'm still gonna treat it as if I don't have the Sigil Stone. But...
yeah, it's wise to just play it safe, but you got this.
Here we go.
Good job.
One of my early PBs, I had a death there. So I really don't want that to happen. And for those who are considering running this game, you can submit a run to speedrun.com with a death in it.
Oh, absolutely.
I wouldn't recommend it, but you can.
You can look at the bright side. If you die in your PB, there's a lot more time saved for the next one.
Right? Alright, now we're on to the Scissor Twins boss fight. We start off with Scissor Woman, then move on to Scissor Man. Now, unlike all the other bosses in this game, you cannot auto-target Scissor Woman. Like, once you aim and where you're facing, like, once you hit triangle or R1 to aim your arrow, where you're looking is where you're aiming. So we need to anticipate her movements. But fortunately for us, she has the least amount of health in the game.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how you just suddenly lose your auto aim for this one, but yeah, she just needs 2 hits and then she's done, so hopefully she'll play nice
I think
and
I'm
walk
slightly
right where we're
off here.
aiming.
There we go. Yeah, she just takes two repellent arrows. Now, Scissor Man, on the other hand, is almost always spicy.
Oh yeah, her brother is not as nice.
Well, lately I've been starting off with a green arrow on him. Oh, thank you.
That was a pretty good start.
Very good start. He's actually letting me hit him. Because he can do all, like the sidestep, he can do range attacks, he can really mess with a run.
Yeah, he has all sorts of not nice things.
Yeah, this is very, very good RNG.
Also, you might also notice that he only needed to tether him 3 times this time before popping off that spirit bomb, and it's a pretty cool trick.
He can still meme though, because the first spirit bomb doesn't actually kill him. Oh wait, why did? Now I'm wondering if there's a way to tether and not do the spirit bomb, because he has no health.
I guess he has like a pixel of health left. This is not good.
Yeah, this is a time waster. Thing is, this is still faster than my PB as far as this fight in particular goes.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah, he memed me so hard in my PB. Alright, if we
just have 1 fight left.
Yep.
Is
this is a lot of
to
luck.
jump in?
Perfect time. We just got to run up a spiral staircase.
Right, guys, I'd just like to hop in to talk about our final incentive that we have to meet, which is Sonic Adventures 2, which is happening in a couple of hours' time, at the early hours of tomorrow morning. We have a incentive for the final story %, as well as an incentive for major skips and glitz expedition by Savak00. We are $4 of 100 on the final story % and 60 out of 200 on the major skip. So let's get some donations in for that, guys. And we also have the bid war ongoing. There is currently less than $10 between the 98 Claire costume and the Noir Claire costume, but we do have the tank top, Elsa, and military. So guys, if you want to see your favorite costume in Resident Evil 2 remake, get your bids in to get the costume you want on display.
I'm a little biased when it comes to this costume. 98 hype!
98 hype indeed. Tally, what's your favorite?
I am weak for Noir.
Ooh, I'm a military man myself, so we've got a
all-
split decision here.
They're all great.
Also, I want to take a moment to point out that the name of this game is Clock Tower 3, and you might be like, wait, why is it called Clock Tower? There's no Clock Tower. Well, we're in the Clock Tower right now. It took over an hour to get there, but we're here.
We're picking up the last of the arrows that we can. We're gonna hit a couple switches, and we're gonna go see our grandfather.
Nice family reunion coming up, chat. Let's get some hype in.
One of the last bits of
Totally not
extendo arcs
possessed.
there.
It'll be fine.
Also, you guys are gonna love the outfits they're in when this last fight's going on.
Yes, for a bit of context about what's about to happen. So our grandfather is basically trying to perform a ritual to kind of sacrifice us because then he can live forever. So that's basically what's about to happen, and that's why the outfit changes, because he's trying to get us prepped for that. Which is not nice.
Just gotta do some gear running. And we'll get to the boss fight.
So the good thing about actually saving the Scatteron Weasley earlier, we don't see it because, again, we skipped a cutscene, but he's coming up to save us from the ritual, basically. He's throwing us the last piece of the necklace we've been collecting pieces for throughout the whole game, and now we have the ability to fight back.
Alright. Now with this boss fight, he has quite a few attacks. We want him to laugh and throw a purple ball. Right when it's third left, we start charging.
And you definitely do not want to get hit by those purple balls, because throughout this whole game we had the boss fights where we tether the enemies. For this one, we can get tethered back if we're not careful, so this one's really scary.
I am going to be concentrating quite a bit on that.
Yeah, no, this one's hard. This one's hard. Another thing you might notice as well is that every other boss has had 1 health bar. But this one
he
has
actually
2.
came untethered. That's not good.
Oh no. Yeah, no, this is by far the hardest everything in this game. Hardest boss fight, hardest movement, hardest, yeah, you name it. This is tough. Raclesis might make it look easy, but this is
Got
not
untethered
easy
again.
by
This
any
is
means.
really unlucky. Ooh, that was close.
It's going well. No hits so far.
No hits so far, indeed. Like I said, we can get tethered, and that makes anything so much worse.
He's doing a lot of laughing though. He got untethered for a 3rd time. All right, I'm gonna skip right to just me. I'm gonna
If we
force some
actually
spirit
get,
bombs.
if Alyssa gets hit by that purple ball 3 times, she will get locked in place herself, and Burrows also has the spirit bomb, which will one-shot us, so we definitely do not want that to happen. And if you play this casually, it's probably going to happen to you, so look out for that.
Yeah. Alright, you can force a spirit bomb on him if you get him with 1 tether, run behind him, use 2 special arrows, and then charge up 1 more arrow, which is what I would try to do a normal spirit bomb at first, but that just wasn't working, so I'm just skipping right to this.
Yeah, this is why I want those arrows for this part, because it makes it so much easier when you can basically control how we get stuck.
Look at all that damage. Let's go. Let's get some hype going for this final boss fight, guys. It's pretty intense so far.
Oh, very much so. Like I said, this guy has 2 health bars, so we're not even halfway there yet.
And I have enough arrows to do another forced spirit bomb, so that should get him to either dead or close to dead. I did hit him with quite a few arrows beforehand. Just none of the tethers stuck. That was just strange.
Yeah. It's a Burrows meme for you.
True.
There's no escape.
Yeah, this guy's taking a real a lot of damage. This guy.
He almost cleared the tethers. After you hit him with 2 spirit bombs, he has an ability that clears all the tethers on him.
Yeah.
This actually-
he's not a fun one.
Yeah, this should actually kill him.
I believe you got him now, yeah.
Yeah, on his death is not time. So
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you might be like, oh shit, you killed him. You know, good job, I did it. But no, he can
No.
absolutely still meme on you and kill your run.
Yep.
So,
time ends.
clench for a little bit longer.
Right here, the spirit of our dead mother is telling us to take strength from him. Time ends once we get to a glowing pile of bones.
There's no escape.
Today is Alyssa's 10th
And time.
Good dodge.
Yeah, he can like swing a sword and hit you right there. He can tether you. He can do all sorts of things. Like he played well at the very end.
Yeah, the last bit was really good. GG.
Give up.
Thank you.
Guys, that was a fantastic run. Raclesis, Tally, thank you so much for showcasing this game. A game I haven't seen before, and it looks absolutely incredible. So I want to say a massive GG to you guys. That was a really fun run, and with some great commentary, with quite an epic ending cutscene by the looks of it as well.
Yeah. With the acting in this game, this cutscene is amazing. And I'd like to take this moment to thank you everyone at Thunderthon for letting me do this run with you guys. It's been amazing. The amount of money we've all raised for the charity too is just, you guys are awesome.
Thank you for showing this game off.
Thank you. Like,
Yeah, no,
I,
thank you. It's been
don't
an
see too many Clock
incredible.
Tower games in marathons, so like I was really happy when Chad decided to pick this.
Oh, we need some more Clock Tower love.
Yeah. What was the final
No,
time, by the way? Because I actually didn't have my own live split going.
The time we had recorded was a 1:22:53.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think you caught Artek a bit off guard because he didn't stop it immediately, but that's still a really good time.
Yeah, that's not a bad time at all.
No, it was an incredible run. Thank you so much, guys. I'm just going to take a second to highlight some of the runs we've got coming up, chat. We've got Boogerman coming up, a pick and flick adventure, any percent no item use by Dr. Maxtermind. Following that, we have Contra, any percent by Skip Leptic. And then we have the infamous Nico Hart running Alien Isolation steering wheel percent.
You guys aren't gonna want to
Absolutely
miss that.
fantastic evening. And I hope we all stay tuned for this.
All right. Thank you all very much again for allowing me to run this game for you all. And I know coming up next is Dr. Maxtermind's run of Boogerman. Like, stay tuned for that. That's an amazing game.